Hello and welcome to another student organization training video. Today we are going to talk about BobcatConnect and how to manage your organization and other organizational tasks through BobcatConnect. The first important piece to talk about is just the home page. This does contain a lot of important information and resources. So right at the top here, you'll find information in this alerts section that is typically relevant to the broad student organization audience. These don't necessarily get updated a lot, but when they do, like I said, it is relevant for just about everybody and can be really helpful to just keep an eye on those alerts for when things are changing up there. We do send out a monthly email. If you're not receiving that email in your main inbox, check your spam box, and we will also be putting in that information on BobcatConnect as well. So if you scroll down past the event feed and your own organizations, you will see the news section. So again, that is where information updates will be getting posted or double posted. And then most importantly is this campus links section. This campus links section has a link to any and every external site that a student organization might need. So you've got that student org expenditure request for reimbursements, purchasing, if you need to bring in an external speaker or performer. Anytime you want funds out of your student org account, you will use that. If you want to access more resources and trainings, this is that link here. For information about sorority and fraternity life, you click there. To check your student organization account balance, you'll click here to log into Oracle. If your student organization has dues set up, this is where members will go to pay those dues. And then these are the links for all of the different types of reservations that are available. If you would like to book an appointment for a consultation, a training, or just general questions, you can go here. And we also have the Experiential Learning Fund linked here. There is an option for individual students to apply for, and then there is also an option for your advisor to submit an application on behalf of your student organization. The cap for individuals is $1,500 and the cap for organizations is $5,000. So that is definitely worth looking into if you are in need of funds. Other important things that you will find on BobcatConnect are, of course, other events that organizations are putting on. You can also post events about your organization. You can explore all of the hundreds of student organizations that are on campus here at Ohio University. See more of the news articles, all of the historical news articles. The forms section is what we'll really look at next. So there are a number of forms here for student leaders. If your organization would like to check out a card reader for perhaps a fundraiser, you want to be able to accept credit card payments, you can complete this virtual terminal kiosk checkout form. These are super cool, handheld. They send the money to your student organization account at the beginning of the following month, and you can input any price into those things. You don't need to have like a different reader for different costs anymore. If you are in need of an advisor, we do have an exemption request if you're looking to have an advisor that is not a faculty or staff of the university. Also, our office has a lot of Coca-Cola products. Since we are a Coke school, we do have a lot of Coke products that we can distribute to student organizations. So please fill out that request form if you need some soda or water at your next meeting. This is where you'll go to request online dues payment setup. You'll also complete this form if you already have dues set up, but you need to change the cost, or maybe you want to add another item. You can have multiple different due amounts available. Maybe if you have a different price for returning members versus new members, they can help you set that up. If you are wanting to use Ohio University branding, you can complete the student organization logo request form. And then there are a number of other forms for sorority and fraternity life, as well as application for student senate, ambassadors, and things like that. So give forms a look when you get a chance. Also on Bobcat Connect, you should be able to see all the organizations that you're a member of show up in little icons on the left-hand side of your screen. If those aren't immediately available, you can click that to kind of expand that information. This is how you're going to go into update your roster, maybe update your Constitution bylaws, add an event, photos, news. You can apply for your SAC funding through here. You can create your own forms, host your own elections, all of that good stuff. We are going to talk about how to update your roster. So this is really important because whoever is listed in different positions does have different privileges. So, for example, the president and vice president are the ones who will be able to reserve rooms. The treasurer, the president have access to checking your account balance, so on and so forth. So if you want to just change the status of someone who's already a member, you can click in on that blue pencil and change their role. You can also, if you need to end someone's membership, you can select them and say end membership. If someone has been elected to a position but they're not already a member, or if you want to add new members, you'll go into invite people, and then you will type in their email address that they have an account with at Bobcat Connect. Usually it will be the Ohio address. You'll say add email addresses, and then from here you'll be able to say if you're adding them as an officer or just as a member, and you can say send invitations. So that is how to invite new people to the organization. You also may have pending invitations, folks that you've sent invitations to. If they haven't accepted, you may need to delete and start over or try resending. And then prospective are people that have requested to join the organization through Bobcat Connect. And you can go in and approve or deny or reach out to them, find their contact information. The final piece that is really handy is the messaging tool. So if you want to be able to send an email to everybody that's in your organization, you can create a relay. You can also send a text. But when you create a new relay, you'll title it, you'll select who you want it to go to, and then that will allow you to create essentially a to email address that will disperse it to everyone that you've selected in those different positions. Yeah, that is a super helpful tool, and that's kind of a basic rundown of Bobcat Connect. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us at involvement@ohio.edu. Thanks.